Alright guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we're building arrows. These are Easton Axis 5mm match grade .001. You can see this is my old arrow versus these new arrows. I'm going to have to cut them there to match up that collar. The collar I'm using is from IronWill, stainless steels, 25 grains. It's about 1 inch long. They have a lighter option. It's 10 grains and I think it's titanium and it's about, it's just under 1 inch, a little shorter. So we're cutting a dozen arrows using this saw I bought from Cabela's. It's not the best saw out there, but it's a good saw. And so we're going to snap the dozen, got them, and we're going to go over and show you what we do. We're going to be using these IronWill inserts, and as well as their insert toolkit, which I think is worth its weight in gold. I'll show you here in a second. We've got some fill points, so you're going to use the epoxy. IronWill got the license from Easton to use the hidden insert technology. So I'm just sanding down the front end of the arrow where I cut it, and I'm squaring it off with this G5 tool. Very important that your arrows are very square. As far as this tool kit from IronWill, it comes with an attachment to go ahead and clean up the inside of the arrows. You can see I'm using the inside diameter. The IOD is 204. So we screw on this little brush, and then we can kind of really get any excess gunk and carbon out of there. And then we're going to go ahead and clean it after we scrub it with acetone. Those are the hidden inserts, 25 grains. You can pick different weights of hidden inserts as well. That is one of the lighter options. So a little acetone with the Q-tip. And then once we do that, I use the dry side, get any excess carbon out of there. Very important that your arrows are super clean, in my opinion. All right, we're going to go ahead and thread that on and use this epoxy from Easton. It's a 24-hour epoxy. There are other ones out there, but you're going to just push that all the way in and then unscrew slowly and get that thread out so the hidden insert stays where it's supposed to. And then make sure you take the nocks off the back end and you set these arrows to dry for 24 hours on a flat surface. Trust me, I've made mistakes where the hidden insert goes in too deep or not deep enough, and you're just going to be frustrated, and arrows are already too expensive. So just take your nocks off. It's a guaranteed way to make sure that that hidden insert stays where it's supposed to. Get it in there and just slowly unscrew it out. And so that's what we're doing here. This is the tool that comes with the Easton dozen arrows. It's garbage compared to that IronWill tool. The IronWill tool has gription, not a real word, but it's going to help out. Now here's the collar. You can see it's about 1 inch long, and it slides right over the arrow, and then you can screw right into your hidden insert. And you can tell that obviously this is the next day when my arrows were dried from the 24-hour epoxy. And that's just the impact collar. It's going to add a lot of rigidity and make your arrows more robust. But it is going to add a little bit of extra length. Now these jigs I use, I get a lot of questions about that. We got the Max Stealth vanes from ElkShape, and the jig I'm going to use is I'll put a link in the video description on where to get it. But honestly, it's awesome. Make sure you use a primer pen. I use the AAE one, and then I put the glue. I use the AAE glue, or I've used Boning Fletch Fuse glue. I'll put links in the video description. But man, I can get a really sharp helical with this jig, and I can get 3 vanes on the arrow, and it takes about, I don't know, 90 seconds for an arrow to dry. So I really like this jig, and I do helical because I clock my arrows. That's where I shoot bare shafts out of my bow and see which way the arrows want to spin naturally. And I would say 10 out of 12 arrows clock to the left. So I helical to the left. I have no problems with broadheads coming loose on animals. I get that question way too often. No problems. When I get like a 6-degree offset helical, and the smaller diameter arrow, if you guys shoot 4mm, you'll get an even greater helical because of the smaller diameter. Wipe off any excess glue, put a dot on the ends of all your vanes, and you are balling. Check out that helical. That is gangster. You can get these ElkShape vanes off of the website ElkShape, and that's a dozen arrows. I will say that these arrows came out at 486 grains, and the front and center was 12.5%. I actually had to add a little bit of length to the arrow. These are 300 spines, so they are already a little bit heavier GPI. I typically run 340 spine. And so I just wanted to tinker with 300 spines and the IronWill componentry. I'm really impressed with it. I don't know if I will use it. I really like my arrow setup from the last couple of years. It's been a 340 spine. and it's been a little bit shorter than these arrows here, and I've been doing a 75 grain brass hidden insert and shooting 100 grain broadhead, so 175 up front. My FOC has been 15% compared to this arrow you see right here, which is at 12.5%. And I like that 13 to 15% FOC. That's just for me though. Wanted to give you guys a quick video and tutorial on how to build your arrows. ABT, always be tinkering. We'll be doing more of these. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, be notified when we drop more awesome content. And remember, separation is in the preparation. We'll catch you on the next one.